Michael Anthony Baltimore pleaded guilty to a fatal 2021 Pennsylvania barbershop shooting after years on the run, receiving 15 to 30 years in prison. Separately, 90-day fiancé couple Gabe Paboga and Isabel Pizzata drew fan interest for their seemingly genuine relationship, though their current status remains unclear.
A former barber who once appeared in the extended orbit of reality television has formally admitted to a deadly act that shocked a Pennsylvania community and drew national attention after years of evasion. Prosecutors announced on Thursday, January 8th, that Michael Anthony Baltimore, 47, pleaded guilty in open court to third-degree murder and aggravated assault for a fatal shooting inside a Carlisle barbershop in 2021. The plea was entered during a hearing before Cumberland County Common Pleas Judge Krista Lee Peck. According to the Cumberland County District Attorney's Office, Baltimore acknowledged that on Saturday, May 22, 2021, he walked into GQ Barbershop on North Hanover Street wearing camouflage clothing and a black face covering and opened fire inside the business. Investigators said Kendell Jerome Cook, who was working at the shop at the time, immediately recognized the masked gunman. Seconds before he was shot, Cook reportedly shouted, "Mike," identifying Baltimore as the attacker. Cook died from his injuries at the scene. After shooting Cook, Baltimore continued firing as another man, Anthony Lamar White, attempted to escape through the rear of the barbershop. White was struck by gunfire and seriously wounded but survived the attack. Prosecutors said Baltimore then fled, setting off a lengthy manhunt that would stretch across multiple states and last for nearly 2 years. Baltimore's guilty plea came just days before jury selection was scheduled to begin on Monday, January 12, 2026. Under the terms of a negotiated plea agreement, he will serve 15 to 30 years in state prison for the homicide and assault. That sentence will run consecutively to a separate 4 to 10-year prison term he is already serving for theft of a firearm. Family members of both Cook and White were present in the courtroom when Baltimore admitted to the shooting. Prosecutors said the wishes and agreement of the victims' families played a significant role in resolving the case without a trial. This was a case filled with obstacles, Cumberland County District Attorney Sean M. McCormack said in a statement following the plea. He praised Chief Deputy District Attorneys Judd and Robinson for their work in bringing the case to a resolution, noting that Baltimore's public admission of guilt marked a long-awaited moment of accountability. Following the 2021 shooting, Baltimore was identified as the prime suspect and became the focus of an intensive search. In June 2022, the U.S. Marshals Service elevated him to its top 15 most wanted list, highlighting the seriousness of the charges and the perceived danger he posed. He remained on the run until January 13, 2023, when he was arrested in Florida after being involved in a violent incident at a bar. He was subsequently extradited back to Pennsylvania to face charges related to the barbershop shooting. Baltimore's criminal history also includes a separate domestic violence case that briefly resulted in convictions for aggravated assault, simple assault, and flight to avoid apprehension. That trial concluded on February 1st, but the verdicts were later vacated after prosecutors learned that a juror had improper contact with a prosecution witness outside of court. The Cumberland County District Attorney's Office announced in March that the interaction deprived Baltimore of a fair trial, requiring the charges to be dismissed with prejudice under Pennsylvania law. Prosecutors emphasized at the time that the dismissal was unrelated to the barbershop homicide or Baltimore's arrest and extradition from Florida. While Baltimore's case unfolded in the criminal justice system, a very different kind of public curiosity has surrounded figures connected to the reality television franchise 90 Day Fiancé. Gabe Pabago and Isabel Posada, who appeared as one of 6 couples on Season 4 of 90 Day Fiance The Other Way, captured viewers' attention with what seemed like a sincere and affectionate relationship. Gabe and Isabel first met while Gabe was visiting Colombia, Isabel's home country. Their connection was immediate, and Gabe ultimately decided to relocate to Colombia to pursue the relationship more seriously. Throughout the season, the couple stood out amid a cast often criticized by